My name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. You're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. This is part of the Gauntlet Network. That's a community of gamers across the world wide. We've been playing online before there was a virus to force you to. Haha! We are in the third session of this four-shot of Farscape Fridays that I'm running. We're using Impulse Drive, this amazing Powered by the Apocalypse game. Here, let me get the book, because it's pretty. Even though it was made in a place that does the word upside down. I've heard that in Australia, that's the right side up, and we're wrong. But, like, it looks so weird on my shelf. That's okay. It's a great game. We're using Impulse Drive to tell stories about characters in the Farscape universe. They are not the cast of the Farscape television show, but several of them are the same species. And we, as I said, are in the third session. Quite a lot has happened. The crew of the Romy, which is the name of their ship, they are currently on Commerce Station 2, where they have gotten involved in hijinks such as freeing Bannock slaves, turning in one of their own to the Peacekeeper Science Division, and yeah, those are the two worst ones, but also they're involved in a Predator crew led by a Luxon, right behind one of them, scraping a qualta blade along the deck plates.
I think we're a smuggler crew, though.
Oh, right. You're a smuggler crew. Yeah, so that's totally cool. But the Luxon's from a Predator crew. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. I think I said that very unclearly. Before I have everybody remind us of who is in play, let me say we have a few safety tools that are in effect. We've got lines and veils. We have a line against death or endangerment of children, animal abuse, sexual assault, sexual violence or sexual coercion, and torture by PCs, as well as a line on suicide. We have veils, which means this is content that we're okay existing, but we're not going to shine a light on it. When it happens, we'll fade to black, such as consensual sex, which this is Farscape, so we've already had some, and gore, and eyeballs, which is a very clever choice, since eyeballs is a thing. It's a Farscape thing. Yeah, hi Nabari. And so those are our lines and veils. But on top of that, we have our X card that trumps it all. And when I say trump, I mean it in a good way. And this X card means that we'll pause and figure out what that particular content was that caused you discomfort or isn't fun or is something you want to deal with during tonight's game. And then we will excise it from our play. Remember that even if something comes up and you think, oh, it's no big deal, but then it starts to get to you, you can still X card. And yeah, that's no problem. Even if it's something that we had in last session and tonight you want to X card it, that's cool too, because our lives change. Like recently in my sadly on hiatus face-to-face group, a player announced she was pregnant, and she said, I may be X-carding new stuff. And I said, okay, totally cool. I get it. So that's how it is. That's all my preamble, friends. Now, we're going to introduce ourselves to our characters. Oh, and as the last bit, Andy is unable to join us for this session. So Karvok the Hynerian, who was a Tempest archetype in the Impulse Drive game. Karvok will be an NPC in this game. Luckily, he's been captured, so we were never planning on seeing him again anyway. Now we'll introduce everybody. Sabine, if you could introduce yourself and tell us about your character.
Hi, I'm Sabine. I use any pronoun. I am playing Sifron, who uses they, them pronouns. Sifron is an androgen from Nabari, I think. Yeah, Nabari. And they're an infiltrator, which means they're part assassin, part thief, part hacker. They're slightly or not so slightly attracted to one of the other characters, and together they hatched that amazing scheme of first selling out Karvok and then rescuing them. That was part of the plan. We will have now to go and rescue him. I guess. So.
Oh, right.
And
yeah.
also Zifran wants to have psychic powers because everybody else on the Romy, which is our ship, has psychic powers and they don't. So they want them. But it's pretty expensive. You can get them operated into your head apparently, but it's expensive. So that's why they sold out Carver.
Right. Oh, if you could, for Zifran, Sabine, if you could read your hooks, just so we have that kind of front of mind. I think that'd be very helpful for me. I love reading my hooks.
I'm very jealous of Tolvan's psychic powers. Tolvan is a mystic. He has amazing psychic powers. He can bring people back from the dead. Lastron is important to me, but I don't know what to do with that fact. Yeah, I'm stone cold killer, and suddenly you're attracted to this beautiful Delvian lady, and oh god, what do you do now? And also I'm addicted to adrenaline. I take risks just for the thrill of it.
Perfect. Stephen, if you could introduce yourself and tell us about your character.
Hi, my name is Stephen, and I use the he/him pronouns. I'm playing Lass, the Delvian, who is using the Scoundrel playbook. Lass is unusually charming and sexy for a Delvian, and her hooks are Tolvan isn't a leader anymore. I don't have to take their orders, and I slept with Zivran, so now it's really awkward. I also have the hook I stole from the Macabre, a Luxon Predator crew, and now they're after me. Yeah. I also took an advancement at the end of last session. I took Crack Pilot. So, which gives me advantage, it looks like. So.
Nice. Very, very cool. Thank you, Stephen. Last but certainly not least, Patrick. Introduce yourself and your character.
I'm Patrick. You see him pronouns. Playing Tolvan, uses the same. He is a Bannock mystic, and the Bannocks are a sort of subjugated slave race. We're going for this particular iteration held down by the Peacekeepers. I can't exactly remember if that's entirely true, but whatever, we're going with it. Totally enslaved by the Peacekeepers. He is, among the Bannock, a Stykura, which is someone whose psychic powers have developed to the point where they're more like an energy being living inside of a flesh body. And so he has his fancy mask to help keep him together. He has delusions of being a sort of savior of his people, liberator, rebel of his people. He's very much at the ground floor of that, and spent last time finding his first two. It was going to be three. It was all very nearly three, but two Bannocks that I have freed from enslavement, and two more that are sort of like they have an asterisk next to them, like it's definitely in the works. And that was going fine and completely smooth and without any problems until this woman with a Colta blade said mean things behind me. Anyways, that'll probably be fine. So much more importantly, and let's not focus on that at all, my hooks are that Lost can't keep it in their pants, and it's going to cause problems and has caused problems. I don't see that really as a hook. It's more just a statement of reality. I can't let Zifran know how much they intimidate me because they're very confident and good with like violence. And if you were thinking of like a rebel leader who is going to be like leading their people out of it, if you're looking at a lineup, it would definitely be more Zifran than me, like a lot more Zifran. Whatever, not important. I'm very good at my job once I start having a job. My order is hunted by the Peacekeepers for our beliefs, so I must stay incognito, but I also must wear this very fancy mask.
I mean, the mask hides your eyes.
Yeah, see, so
that's good for
if they're looking for someone with a shining golden void in his face, not me.
Right, that person's wearing a mask, obviously cosplayer.
Anybody can wear a mask.
I mean, that's true. That's a true statement. Those words are true.
Okay, all right. If Karvok wore your mask, they probably wouldn't. But couldn't still tell you apart.
Karvok's like a Hynerian, who means he's a foot and a half or so tall. I don't know. Is that a meter's like 3 feet-ish, right? So it'd be a half meter. Look at me. I've been playing with Europeans long enough that I can kind of fake the metric system every once in a while if I have enough preparedness.
Don't they do something ridiculous like metras or something in Farscape?
They do metras. Yeah, they call it metras, and they never explain what a metra is. You just kind of guess that it's like a meter.
It's totally not a meter. It's a space meter. It's very different.
Space meter. You guys are on Commerce Station 2, which is a quite large station. Currently, we are going to pick up with Tolvin, who's just outside of a small casino. In that casino, a Sabatian noble named Hubero had 3 Bannock slaves. Tolvin had convinced one of the slaves it was a grand idea to escape. That would be Sarl. After sharing unity with another Bannock slave, her name is Vudi, Tolvin discovered that Vudi has a son under Hubero, who Hubero keeps captive. And so she said she would cover for the other 2 Bannocks to escape. I have added the 3rd Bannock to our NPCs tab. His name is Mikolo. So Mikolo and Sarl are attempting to escape the casino. Tolvin ran ahead because that's what leaders do. And Tolvin was waiting just outside of the casino in a corridor in the space station when we heard the oh, that's right, Hubero's account was hijacked for the Karvok heist by Zifrin. So not only is he losing 2 slaves, but he's also lost his identity. That would probably be a bad thing in the future. Maybe soon. Tolvin, you heard the sound of metal on metal, the screeching of metal on metal, as you have that cool mystic device at the ready to attack the casino security guards who are chasing after you because Sarl and Miklo made a bit of a mess on their way. You hear them, you hear Sarl, just a few more metras, he screams. And he comes running out of the casino, and then he turns and looks back, and Miklo starts to come. But yeah, they don't notice the large Luxon woman who has her Qualta blade. Now, Qualta blade is like this cool broadsword thing that you can actually pop part of the crossguard out and make it into an ancient plasma weapon. But she has it in blade mode because that's all she needs for a pitiful Stykerian Bannock slave, ex-slave, sorry. Tolvin, with all of that going on, as well as, of course, an annoying sci-fi-ish alarm buzzing. What do you do?
Hey, whatever problem's going on here, I'm sure you're looking for someone very different than me. Yeah?
Cool. So you, I assume, are addressing Captain Durgat, the Luxon, and she glowers at you with these beautiful green eyes. And you, Tolvin, know that Luxons have a tongue stinger, and she's moved within the distance to where she could snap you right now. She says, "Where is your captain? I want Lass. Take me to her."
I'm not sure where she is. Last I heard, there was some problem with station police. I think someone got arrested.
I think you need to see if you can get her to trust you with such information. It sounds
Basically
like you're
true.
trying. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're kind of not trying even to manipulate her. You just want to. Maybe you want to keep your cool here under pressure to endure this potential hardship. So how's have you roll a stalwart?
Ooh, let's see. Stalwart. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's see. We have a roller here. I'm sure this will be fine. This will be totally fine.
Your last roll is a 5. No stress.
That's But that's not like indicative of future rolls. That's just statistically.
It's just dice. They're random.
Insignificant. Ha! Take that.
Nice.
9 minus 1 is still 8.
That is fantastic. So on a 7 to 9, you do it, but you choose. You have disadvantage going forward, which means on your next roll, you'll roll 3d6 and keep the worst 2. Or you can suffer 1 stress. And remember, stress is the beautiful economy in this game. And it's hard to get that much stress in this game. So you know where I'm leaning towards. What do you, or there's a third option. You give up something, leave something behind, or take something with you. The Space Master will say what?
I don't want to give you something. That's you making choices. That's the worst outcome. I think I'll. I mean, she definitely has me at a disadvantage, but I think I'll go with the 1 stress here.
Beautimus. So, she never seems to stop glowering, but she reaches down, and you remember the little brass devices with the red and the mesh over it, the Farscape communicators. She reaches down, and if you remember, there's no like Star Trek, like you touch it. It's magic. You just lean your mouth towards it. It automatically knows that you want to talk to other people, no matter where they are, even if they're on other planets, they're going to hear you instantaneously. It's amazing.
Like the brain nanites. It's fine.
It's totally like the brain nanites or the dendrites to clean your teeth, no matter what species you are, and don't fry up very well. She says, sorry, Rich is trying to think of the appropriate, like, Farscape term. Look for laws at the detainment center. And it's obvious she's telling some other people. And she starts to say something else when the Bannics run past you and run past her. These are like, to me, they're basically the Merry and Pippin of this story. They run past the 2 of you, and then one of the casino guards comes out, and it looks like he's going to fire on them. What do you do?
We both sort of turned and look at this, and I turned back to her, and just in the distraction, like I've reached into my pocket and I have a bag of jingling coins out there, and I say, as you can see, I'm having a very busy day. It seems like you have a job to be getting to, and I'm sure we can just both pretend that we never saw each other, right?
And you're offering her a bunch of credits, basically?
Yeah, one of my uses of liquid assets.
Oh, nice. All right, let's see if you can manipulate her with the threat of easy money.
Oh, let's see. That one's slick. I'm statistically better at slick. Not what you'd call good. Ooh, that's an 8, though. I'm good at 8s.
All right, an 8. Let's see. All right, Rich just wants to make sure he's going by the move. So manipulate on a 7 to 9. They choose 1. Make a counter offer, ask you to promise something, provide concrete assurance you'll follow through, and they'll do what you want. Here's our counter offer. I'll take care of that one for you if you get me to the captain.
Done.
And
I'll duck.
And she picks up the Qualta blade and kind of pirouette spins around you and brings it around wide and slashes across. No gore, right? Just greenish blood. And slashes in half. This were Star Wars, someone would be losing a limb, but this is Farscape, so it's just a little bit of like weird, gooey, colored blood, and that casino guard is no more. And we will. She turns to you, Captain Dugat, and she grabs you by the arm. And the 2 Bannics who like run down the corridor turn and look back, like, "Aren't you coming?" And then they see this, and that's where we'll cut this scene. Las and Zifrin, you had successfully set up Ubero, reported to the Peacekeeper, the local Peacekeeper. Actually, it was a local Gamma base. That's not a good thing. but they have sent members of the science division, including a particular lieutenant who's just going to be here, because she kind of wants to make sure that this Hynerian is captured, Lieutenant Cresto. Why don't you guys make that report? What do you want to do? Because you know Karvok has been captured.
Yeah, but she knows where Karvok was because of our tip, and now we want the money. Because
exactly.
There was a reward.
Right, and you were told that the reward would be paid to you as soon as there's confirmation. So the Peacekeepers will be arriving soon. They're sending several predators and a small transport.
Oh, that's a lot. Maybe we can maybe we can convince them to give us the money before if we send them kind of a picture or some kind of evidence that Karvok was arrested and is now in the cell, because it's easier to break him out now than later.
We're on the same wavelength. That makes a lot of sense. Let's go down to the detention center.
Yeah. Okay. You talk to the people and I try to extract some information from their computers that we can send to the guy who would give us the reward, the Peacekeepers, I guess.
That sounds perfect.
Yes.
We're gonna go down there.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, this is gonna look great.
Uh-huh.
So you guys head down to the detention center. We'll say that Keva is there. You recognize him from the bar from earlier, and he is a member of the security team that brought in this wanted fugitive. So he's got a data pad. He's filling out some finalization of the transfer and the like. We know, like, there's an establishing shot of Karvok being put in a very small, like, he's in a regular sized prison, but he's tiny. So, like, it's one of those, like, the energy field forms up around him and has him inside. And you know what? Just because maybe Andy might like this, this is a holding cell. So there are several others who are in the cell with him, several other alien beings. And Keva looks at the two of you when you both walk up.
Is one of them a Bennick? The guys in the holding cell. Cool.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, one of them's a Bannock. What do you need? Is there a problem?
I understand that, you're holding one of our crew members. He's vital to us, and we need to see about bailing him out. And besides, I missed seeing you up in the bar. I mean, it seems like you ran off really quickly.
Well, from what I ascertain, you didn't let things grow cold for yourself. Mastrin, I'm sorry, but the Peacekeepers have a very significant bounty out for him.
They what? The Peacekeepers? Why do they have? It's not like he got into a bar fight or something? No. After you had left, someone brought a chip. There was a hollow of a Lieutenant Cresto. There's a significant bounty out for Karvok. Evidently, Karvok was involved in the destruction of a small village in a frontier planet nearby. Oh, there has to be some kind of mistake going on here. I mean, you've seen Karvok. He's not something that can, destroy a village.
I won't argue the point, but he's also being kept here for his own safety. There are a number of individuals who would do very dangerous things to acquire him. You'll thank me in the long run. Perhaps you should find another crew member.
I'll thank you now. I mean, I really appreciate this. And this little misunderstanding will be cleared up right as soon as the Peacekeepers get here. They'll see that he's just a tiny little crew member and can't, can't be the person who's responsible for this whole village thing. And then they'll let him go, and we'll be on our merry way.
I'm sure. And he seems to accept that, like, okay, that's the end of it.
While Laz is distracting this person, I will attempt to hack into the whatever the thing they use here is. Mainframe. I like the word mainframe. I like to hack into the mainframe and get some evidence of the arrest, some compelling evidence of Karvok's arrest that we can then send to the Peacekeepers.
Oh, cool. So if you would like to support that, Captain, because it definitely seemed like you were trying to distract this fine security guard, then you can lean on me to potentially offer some benefits to Zifrin before they roll.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Awesome.
So I will roll, and that is with Stalwart.
It is.
I think I'm terrible at, but that sounds great. Okay. My Stalwart is 0, and I rolled a 5.
Why do I have 2 character keepers? Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So that's terrible.
That is not successful at helping. And on a miss, I'm gonna say, I just want to juice the stress track. So I'm gonna have you mark a stress, and Keva sees this as your interest is maybe not about your crew member, and so he just kind of moves in and corners you off a little bit from Zifrin and says, "You don't really care about Karvok, do you? Maybe we can have that drink that we talked about."
I lean up and I kind of caress the side of his face, and I'm, well, maybe you've got me in tight quarters, and there's nothing else I can do about it.
Cool. Well, without any help, you get to roll on your own merits.
Okay, I got to roll with Slick. Okay.
If I remember correctly, you're pretty slick.
Well.
It's a
Yeah.
one.
Got a 9.
Nice. Oh, if only someone had helped you successfully.
Yes,
Could have pushed
right.
that to it.
Yeah. Well, damn it. Okay, but still, with a 9, I have it's no cakewalk, and I get to choose 2. Okay. I think it's gonna take a while, so I'm going to have to listen to Lars and this dude talking, flirting.
Man.
Damn. And also, I think maybe this will leave some sort of trace that will at least give the timestamp when this happened.
Sure. So you leave some traces of your incursion behind that incriminate you.
Yeah, but triggering an alarm right now, that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, that's the worst of the options. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I love that even with a 10 plus, you still have to choose one of those. Hacking and cracking ain't easy.
Yeah, and I've discharged this now, and when do I recharge? How do I recharge this?
So there's a couple different ways. First of all, if we're still within this scene, you can take a moment to recover and then recharge it. Otherwise, if we go to the end of this scene and we jump to a new scene, it'll automatically be refreshed for you.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I can.
So the economy is more like a tight economy to force you into different choices and actions.
Yeah. Okay. But I I can use it again in this.
You can, absolutely.
That's nice. I love that.
Cool. So, Las, you're talking with Keva here. He is into you. You are able to continue that distraction. Is there anything, Tolvin, that you're trying to do to perhaps give a heads up to your crew that you're coming, and maybe a predator crew is coming with you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to banter sarcastically with Captain Durga. Is that it?
Durgat.
trying to banter with her, and like we were talking about before, just doing that like magical head nod that somehow activates the communicator.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, exactly the same helpful / non-helpful trick that they pulled with me last time.
Nice. The Lost, you hear, what is the piece of conversation that like blips in from Tolvin? Some witty thing that he said to Captain Durgat.
So I think the thing that I catch on first is my name. You know, Captain Laws should be in detention center, blah, blah, blah. And I think, oh, it's fine. He's in on the plan. We're all cool here. And then I hear him use Captain Durgat's name. And I'm like, we're fro. You know, you can see that bead of sweat start to come down, and you know, the breath goes up a little bit, and I think that Keva's like thinks I'm into it, right?
Yeah. He totally is like, this
Yeah.
girl's this Delvian, man.
Well,
He says, you know, perhaps we should get out of here. What do you say, Loss? There's a break room over here.
yeah, let's get out of. Well, you know, while I'm a lady, I think I deserve better than a break room. Why don't we head out?
All right. And he will reach out to call in assistance from C, his partner, and she will come in to relieve and kind of wait around for the Peacekeepers to show up.
Yeah.
And you can get the heck out of Dodge. But let's see if there's any other trouble. You know, I think you're trying to get him to act quick. Oh, sorry.
Can I get out of there as well? Am I finished?
I mean, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, okay. Then I'm just going to sit quietly behind some kind of console and wait for
Just hiding out? Okay.
Yeah, just hiding out, chilling there, looking at my data pad, doing nothing for mostly, and letting Lost go with this creep, which I really don't like. Damn it.
So Seat shows up. But you know, the clock is ticking, Lost. I think you need to act quick to motivate Kevin to help you get the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay. So I rolled Snake Eyes. So I don't think it matters what stat that's with.
Yeah, well, just go ahead and mark XP.
That's right. Yes. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yep. And as you do so, go ahead and mark stress as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get a little bit of stress, a little bit of thing, and you fail. So the stress comes from the fact that Captain Durgat comes around the corner. Zifrin, you were well hidden. And most Nabari all look the same anyway. I mean, you look like this one Nabari that's like long gone. You look a lot like her, but you're not her.
That is so speciesist.
I know, right? But it's a Nabari thing. They all want to look the same. Anyway.
I do
Captain
not
Durgat.
look the same.
Captain Durgat, you do not. It's true. They look exactly the same. Captain Durgat comes around the corner with Tolvin and the two Bannock slaves who think that maybe you're with Durgat, Tolvin. Like they don't ask a lot of questions because they're smart Bannock slaves that don't want to get in trouble by asking too many questions. But yeah, you definitely left a warning. You've told them so they should not be there. Oh, there's Loss and there's Zifrin. So Loss, you have Keva. Seat has arrived, and then around the corner, long corridor here. Detention's kind of the only interior part of this corridor. You see Captain Durgat. And you also see that Durgat is with Tolvin and a couple of other people who look like they're meant to be here because that's the way Bannock slaves work. I was meant to be here. Just unassuming. Plus, what do you do?
I shout out at the captain, you know, you can't have me anymore. I'm with him now, and I don't want any more having to do with your jealous nature.
That is amazing. I think you're trying to manipulate Keva to protect you.
Or confuse him.
I mean,
do I have something?
You're definitely confusing. Let's see. Do you have a thing? Con artist?
You'd manipulate him.
Con artist seems pretty darn appropriate here.
You think so? Okay. I was thinking whenever I use sex appeal, but that's the one that lets someone say if they're attracted or unsettled.
I think we know what Keva's choice is.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll roll that. That's with slick. Oh, I rolled a 6, and I think my slick is 6. I think my slick is at least a 1.
2. It's a 2.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's pretty great.
So it'll work for a little while, and I hold 1. And suspicion or blame is shifted away from me. That sounds perfect.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. So Keva reaches down for his pulse pistol, but he doesn't draw it. He does that like cop thing of like the security person, like I have a weapon, and his partner's seat is right there, right? Perfect timing for you to pull this off. Captain Durgat realizes she's pretty sure she could take them. She's not too sure that she wants to take them right in the middle of the commerce station, probably cameras around. And so
Can I push on that?
What you want to do? Tolvin?
I'm just, following harmlessly right behind Durgat, and with like pure shock and alarm in my voice, I turn towards Seat and whisper in Durgat's ear, "She's pulling her gun." I'm gonna use suggestion.
Oh God, that's wicked. Okay, cool. Discharge the move and roll with alien. You alien being, you. You got a 2 in alien too.
Oh Jesus! I got a 5.
Oh, they're all rolling so badly. I'm going to set up an office strike against Durgat. Just saying.
Oh, that's so bad.
So yes, my masterful deception.
On a 6-, they can ignore your influence, but realize you're messing with their head straight away. Yeah. So, I think. Yeah, I think I know exactly what she does. So you say she's drawing a weapon, and she turns and goes, and tongue snaps you right in the side of the head. Go ahead and I'm going to have you take some harm. So you are going to take. You're going to be rattled, unless you have some kind of armor. I don't think you do, right?
I have something. Oh, Frel, I didn't wear my shields this time.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and mark harm, just a scratch, and I'm rattled. With I'm rattled, you're shaken and shocked. You have disadvantage on going to any slick or calculating rolls. Can be healed by choosing Shrug It Off, not the song. I just did that to put it in your head, really. That's like literally the only reason I said that. When you roll, it's to shake it off, but it's close enough. When you roll recover or when a scene ends. So you should be okay when a scene ends if the scene ever ends. For you. And yes, she tongue snaps you to hit the bannock and turns casually towards Keva and Seat and says, "It's my stupid slave." And then the other 2 bannocks stop behind her. You realize they are caught. Keva says, "I think you ought to come over here. We need to have a conversation." And Durgat looks, and she'll move closer.
I think this is a very tense situation, right?
It's
where
incredibly
things can go
tense.
really wrong. So if I'm still in hiding, so Durgat hasn't seen me. So I think I might either set up an alpha strike or just use the lethal strike move that I have. Just to see what will happen if this goes totally down the toilet.
Oh my gosh, when you have your target in your sights and they can't do anything to stop you, Discharge this move and describe how you end their existence or incapacitate them.
Incapacitate. I like incapacitate.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, I don't want to kill her, but right now, this is the kind of thing that we don't need. That stupid hack is still loading, and no, look, I'll just use my pulse pistol.
We see see a space bar that's almost not space bar, but like a space, timer bar. And it's almost like there's just a little empty chunk of the thing. It's almost done.
Yeah,
or even worse, like whenever you're loading something and it completes and then starts over.
Yeah, right. And I'm thinking, now I can go. No, I can, because, and then I think, oh gosh. And then Durgat is stepping up, and I think, okay, this has to end now, at least for a while. And I have a pulse pistol, and I'm going to turn over, look at where she's at, and she's a Luxon, right? They, and I think I'll just shoot her in the front, and I shout, she's going for a weapon, and then I shoot her in the front, and she takes a shot, she goes down, but she's bleeding some kind of reddish black. Maybe somebody should take care of her. She's not dead yet.
Yeah, somebody needs to make sure that blood runs clear. Okay, that sounds awesome. You shoot her right in the chest. She's got a little bit of armor, but you penetrate, you know exactly where to go. It's her own fault for wanting to have a little bit of cleavage showing. If she'd armored that up, she'd be fine. She goes down.
She's kind of pretty. I mean, no, she's not. Lost is pretty.
You're not wrong.
She's not.
Cool. So she hits the deck, and the Bannics all come over to you, Tolvin, try to help you up. Are you all right, Tolvin?
I'm fine. It's great. I can stand on my. Oh, why are you standing sideways?
You fell down.
What? No. You fell down. My neck hurts.
Keva and Seat go over and pick up Durgat, and they're gonna throw her in the holding tank where Karvok is.
I fawn all over Kiva, right?
Mm-hmm.
My protector, you saved me. Thank you so much. You're just the best.
Oh, God, you can't even keep it still long enough to let him lock up the evil captain lady. You got to make out with every post we walk by.
And so, yeah, you get Keva to continue, and he tosses Durgat, takes her Qualta blade. Seat quickly kind of pats her down, says, she didn't have any other weapons, but doesn't say anything because, Keva says, it's fine, we'll process this later. And Durgat is tossed in the detention area. Your Zifrin, your hacking and cracking has completed. What was it that you wanted to do there?
I wanted to have a proof that
Got it.
Karvok is in detention, and then I will look at Karvok, who is in the cell with Durgat, and I will tell him that he should really go and save her life, maybe because it's the nice thing to do. And I think also if they bond a little, that can't hurt us.
We cut to reuse footage from session 2 where Karvok looked angry.
Oh yeah. Right, I remember that Karvok almost thinks that I'm talking down to him, which I'm not, but well, yeah.
You're taller than him. I mean,
I'm taller, yeah. I can't, sorry. And then I'll go over to wherever Lars is and look at her like, we have to go now. Or I tell her we should go now. We have this thing. Remember.
I say, I forgot about that job. I was just so distracted with Kiva. And I turn back to Kiva, and I say, I'm sorry. The job calls, Can we set a date for tonight? Something extravagant? Maybe in your quarters?
All right. But remember, I run security. If you hop in the Romy and take off, I'll know. So if this is something you're trying to pull,
Well,
that's it. That's
I'll be pulling something later, but
My tongue feels funny. Does it look funny to any of you? Does it feel funny? Hey, is that Carfuck?
That's just
get me the hell out of here! His little hands.
hell. We need to get out of here, or maybe we need. How many peacekeepers are on the station? This is not a viable option to just start fighting. No. So we need to get out of here.
Yeah, there are Sebaceans. There are a large number of Sebaceans on this station. As far as peacekeepers, this is a commerce station. Is technically a free hold. But the peacekeepers have enough influence to where they do have.
Yeah, but we won't get the reward if we break out Carvok now.
Oh,
we have to
right,
do it
exactly.
later.
He needs to stay there.
Yeah, at least until we have the reward. So I'm trying to shepherd Tolvan and Lars out of here.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm
Especially
just saying, that really looks like Carvok. You know,
Yes,
our
come on,
shipmate
come on,
Carvok, the one that we've done a lot of crimes with.
Tolvan, shut up for a moment. We have to talk, okay? Come on.
Big shh.
Yeah.
I turn around to the other Bannocs. Shh.
Yeah, come on. You, and you, Lars. Come on. Everybody comes on. We do our thing, and then we do another thing. And then we'll all be happy. Why am I the shepherd here? I'm just a weird androgen. Damn it.
So should we cut scene here? Where do you guys want to pick up with?
yeah, that sounds good.
So what's the next scene? Where do you guys want to jump to? You're waiting around for the peacekeepers to show up.
No. We need to get the
you're not? You
reward
sure?
now. We need to get the reward now so that we can break out Carvok. That's the plan. Let's stick to the plan. For once.
Wait,
For a
there's a
little
plan?
while. There is
sorry.
a plan. There is a plan, Tom. And we'll tell you about it, but later, and then we go and free all the Bannocs we can.
Okay, good. But can you stop shouting now?
Yeah, sorry. Didn't mean to shout.
That lady's tongue was, it was, wow. Did you see it? It was like,
Yeah, but do you think I shot her?
oh, that was you? Thanks.
That was me. Sure, she can't go and hurt you. You're part of our crew. I know he's falling asleep. Good, very good. Lars, can you get our reward now? I have the data we need. Proof
Yeah,
that he's in captivity, that he's been arrested.
I can absolutely do that. I'm gonna call back in and tell. So this is the same cover that Zivran set up last time. And call in and say, I think I put my tank top over my head to look like a cowl, and said, so I'm going to call in. I'm going to basically tell them, Peacekeepers, I wanted you to know that it's even better than the last time we called. I was able to talk to the local security, and they have put your target into the cell, and they have him under safekeeping. So there's no reason that you shouldn't go ahead and send me your the reward now, because otherwise it would look like you weren't planning on doing that.
Have you go ahead and attempt to manipulate them.
Awesome.
You can roll with advantage.
Oh.
Because of what Zifra provided you, the actual footage.
I rolled a 7, so I think that gets me a 9.
It does. So let's see. A counter offer to be settled now before I do. I have excellent news for you, Mr. Hubero. The peacekeeper call taker, call center worker says, excellent news for you, Mr. Hubero. I have received confirmation that exactly 1/2 of the reward that has been offered for the fugitive Karvok can be forwarded to your account forthwith. We are transmitting the credits as we speak. The second half will be sent to you once Lieutenant Cresto has him in her possession.
I thank you very much for your generosity, and I look forward to seeing you whenever you arrive. If I'm not mistaken, the actual guy was in the bar, right?
Hubero was in the casino that
The casino?
Tulvin. Yeah.
So that's where I'll tell them to meet me.
Nice. It definitely closes the loop. Good. The spring is the trap is it's not sprung, but it has been set.
Oh, we just need to get. I mean, half isn't that bad, right? It's still money.
Well, I think there's a way that we could work out to get all of it. I mean, all we have to do is, I don't know, get the Captain Durgot angry with the Peacekeepers so that they fight amongst themselves while we run off with Karvok. I mean, that sounds easy.
I love the idea. Yes, that sounds amazing. That sounds exciting, and yeah, let's do that. Hey, Tulvin, are you awake yet?
Yeah. What did I miss?
Oh, nothing much. We are. Look, this is complicated. Let us explain it to him.
So the good news is, I think we're still on the station, and I think the good news is that we just came into a lot of money.
Oh, that's all right. That's good. That's
Yeah.
really good.
The bad news is that the other half of the money we have to kind of work pretty hard for, and it's dangerous. So here's what's going to happen. I think that, Zifrin, didn't you say you had an appointment with a doctor you had to go to?
Did I? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Your brain drilled on?
And I have a date tonight. And the Peacekeepers are going to come up and they're going to go after your friend in the casino. They're going to go meet with him, and he's not going to know anything about this.
But the date with the doctor is not this night. So.
Oh, is it not? Oh, okay.
No.
Wait, why are Peacekeepers meeting with the casino man?
Because they think he turned in Karvok, but really we turned in Karvok to get the money.
Wait,
So-
I thought I dreamt that. Wait, you turned in what?
Well, now we need to go down and save Karvok from the prison, right? But it's going to be bad if I go because Captain Durkot is there. But you seem to be really friendly with Captain Durkot, so I think that if you go down there and explain things to her, then it'll all be okay.
You turned him into the Peacekeepers?
Well, no, we
No.
just stole the Peacekeepers' money that was the reward because someone was going to turn him in
By-
anyway. He was going to get turned in. Why not? Why should they get the money?
What?
Yeah.
That's but
And
We're-
we're going to rescue him. That was the
What?
plan all along.
what plan?
It's quite a good plan.
And I think Laz leans in to Tovin and then looks over at the two Bannocs and then looks back and says, "And what have you been up to?"
These are some associates that I met on the station.
I think we'll all be happy to help you and your associates. And then we can go get Karvok back, and then leave
And-
here post haste.
And we will take your friends here, and Karvok has never to hear about our role in the whole selling him out thing, right?
Right.
Because
Fine, because we're a good, loyal crew that just doesn't tell anybody anything and turns each other into the Peacekeepers.
Well, we'll cut him in.
we will? Okay. We will cut him in. Yeah, we'll cut him in and then he'll be happy. I mean, we cut him out, we'll get him out. There was another Bannock in the cell. We get him out, that one out too. Then you have one more member for your little cult. I mean, for your
She means family.
they, please.
Just eyeing Zifrin up and down. Yeah, fine. I just need to get these two settled. Just come this way.
Oh, just so, like, where do you guys imagine this conversation took place? Did you, like, hide out in some kind of machine shop? Did you go back to the Romy and have this conversation while still docked?
I imagine some kind of public toilet where we threw out everybody else. Something like that.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Public bathroom. Let's call it public bathroom. And while we're on the topic of bathrooms,
You want to take a bio break?
please.
Yeah, sure. It's time for a bio break. We're 15 after. Let's take a 10-minute break. We'll see you guys at 25 after. played earlier today. I picked up for like $5 this game that started off as a phone game, but I got it on the Switch called Florence. Have you guys ever heard of this game? It's delightful. I think I may be mostly done with it. Like played through it. It's a really short game, but it's so fun. It's really, really cool. It's a kind of visual novel mini game thing telling a story about a girl named Florence who's in her 20s and has kind of had a lonely adolescent and early 20s experience, and she meets somebody special, and it's neat. And all the little mini games are not explained, but you kind of, oh yeah, I must need to do this or that, and you kind of figure it out as you go along, and it progresses her discovering this cool person and their first date, and it's really, really pretty special, I have to say. Florence. It's actually a cool article about it on Polygon.
Like the city.
Yes, like the city. And I do think it started as a phone game, but it is now on Switch. It's pretty cute. All right. So you guys jumped into a bathroom and planned your next steps. That seems like the best. And this is like Farscape, so I imagine it's a unisex, multi-species bathroom. So we have lots of cameos of different alien species that kind of passed in or stopped or, came out of stalls and the like that was going on in the background during your argument. We're going to cut away from you guys, and that scene ended, and we see one of the hangar bays, and there is a Peacekeeper Marauder. I'll share a picture of it just because I think they look amazing. I'll screen share because why not, right? That's why we have screens and stuff. There we go. So the Peacekeeper Marauder. This is a Type A Marauder, and the Peacekeeper's designs are all very like blocky. This is one of the things I think is pretty fascinating about Peacekeeper tech is that it's big and kind of bulky, and they don't care about necessarily making it sleek, except when it comes to the Peacekeeper's Prowlers, which are their starfighters. They're very sleek little things, but that's what the ship that comes into dock, and we get, of course, our first time on screen of our stunt casting of Ming-Na Wen as Lieutenant Cresto. As she comes in, she has a pulse rifle and, of course, a pulse pistol in a very cool holster, and she has a number of Peacekeepers with her. They kind of, they're dressed similar to how Aaron Soon was dressed when she first was contaminated by John Crichton. So they have the cool helmets and these big bulky security armor, all dressed in black. The Peacekeepers love dressing in black. And she, Lieutenant Cresto, not wearing a helmet. That's how you know they're in charge, because they're not the faceless elite, the faceless stormtrooper types. And she has a very commanding aura. And she says, let's find this Hynerian. Then they walk off, and of course we have like a few bits of not quite Imperial March music. That of course makes her sound even more terrifying and scary. So we cut to you guys. What is what is the plan here? You know that Lieutenant Cresto has landed. Captain Durgat, her crew is around. Her crew includes a Xiang. The Xiang are these real big creatures who just happen to not only be real tough, but have the ability to, no lie, breathe fire, which makes them dangerous in a fight. They are generally considered scavengers, but this person's a member of a predator crew, so still a scavenger, but yeah, definitely not somebody you want to tick off. So yeah, it does. Sorry, the thing where Sabine just said that Farscape subtitles occasionally reads ominous music. Yes, that is so true. Cool. So you know that the Macabre crew is here. They're probably planning some kind of breakout of their captain. There is also now a Peacekeeper Science Division crew who are here to pick up Karvok. Lieutenant Cresto has probably authorized the transfer of the second half of. I'm sure she would do that. She wouldn't lie. Peacekeepers don't do that. I mean, they might alter the deal and ask you to pray that she doesn't alter it further. But
I thought that she was going to meet Lars or Hubert.
Is
No,
she
I
gonna
thought
meet-
she
is
was
it-
going to meet Hubero in
That's right.
in the bar thingy.
She could actually send a minion or something like that. It's not important that she meet him directly.
yeah, I don't
just
think
want
she.
misdirect stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think she would necessarily like. She wants her prize.
I do have a
So-
thing.
Yeah. What you got?
Once we hear that the Peacekeepers have landed, I'd like to start a rumor that they're here for Captain Durgat,
Yes.
so that her crew will try to break her out sooner rather than later.
Oh, that's just delicious, and that
we
sounds like a
maybe-
con.
Can we maybe accelerate this by getting one of us involved in the whole, hey, we want to break them out, I can't tell you the layout.
I mean, are you going to try to assist by allowing Lost to lean on you, Zifrin?
I mean, sure, I just wanted to see where the plan was going right now. But if you,
Yeah.
I mean, I could absolutely talk to Durgat's cronies about what I saw in that terrible place, and that they placed that Durgat was wounded. Yeah, I'm going to tell them that she was really wounded and the blood was looking darker by the second, and that they probably don't have much time. I mean, that's totally true. I'm not telling them who. I may imply that this Kiva guy shot her.
Sure. All right. Let's see how this goes. Go ahead and roll with Stalwart.
Okay, I roll Starboard to totally assist. Lars, that always goes well. Yeah, right. I've got a 5.
So we cut to you, Zifrin, trying to set them up. You're talking to the Xiang. The Xiang is in our primer that I had shared before. They're the guys that have the kind of permanent frown, kind of. Actually, they're very reptilian looking. This one's squat, like he walks more side to side than he does for. He would never win a foot race against any other bipedal species. He says, "What? That stupid Hynerian? You're lying."
No, not the Hynerian.
Grabs
piece-
you,
the
picks you
piece-
up.
Hey. I don't appreciate that at all.
And he throws you across a couple of tables. Go ahead and take a harm.
Okay, I'll let him throw me. But I wasn't implying that was the Hynerian who shot her.
That's
I
what he
shot-
heard. You failed.
Okay, yeah,
So,
okay, I failed. That's okay. Ow.
Cool. Now, if you wanted to avoid taking harm, you can just move that to stress right away. Not even have to take any harm whatsoever.
I'm really happy with harm right now. My stress is a bit high anyway, and
That's nothing serious. You're fine.
yeah,
You
it's just
heal
a
by
scratch. I'm
shrugging it
fine.
off. Just a scratch, no problem.
Right.
Lost you're on your own, as per usual.
Sorry.
You've lost your stalwart friend.
Sounds great. It's fine. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to put in a call. Let's see. I just thought I have villainy.
Ooh.
Whenever I enter a regulated area, I can hide one small weapon, and when dealing with the criminal elite or looking for a useful criminal contact, you have advantage. So I'm going to run through the criminals to make sure that they know the Peacekeepers are here for Durgat and her crew, and ask them to be public about that information so that it gets back to the crew.
Mm-hmm.
I think that gets me advantage.
It does.
Does that sound good?
That checks out with me. That is exactly.
And is
the
this
way you
a
name it.
manipulate role or a con artist role?
I think con artist sounds like the best way to go.
Fantastic. So I got boxcars plus 2 is 14. So that's great. It's about time I roll something decent.
It is appropriate that you do this. So the plan then is that you are using the kind of the criminal organizations that exist here on Commerce Station 2 to stoke Durgat's crew into believing the Peacekeepers are after Durgat. Yes?
Yes. And then they have to break her out right away before the Peacekeepers get to her.
Sweet.
Yep.
So let me check in with Tolvin. What's your part in this? Like, they are doing their scheming stuff. You've heard that there's a Bannock slave in the prison. His name is Cobran.
Yeah, I think for whatever reason I've definitely got to dress up as a Bannock janitor. So yeah, I'm going in to do the daily cleaning and the security holding cell area. It's totally normal. That's racist.
Beat me to it. Oh, that portmanteau is appropriate.
And yeah, I mean, there's a whole cell full of people that I need to have furtive conversations with.
Sweet. So we will pick up with Tolvin as we cut back to Lieutenant Cresto for a second. She's coming down one of the corridors that evidently is going near to the detention center, and the Xiang steps into the corridor to face off with these Peacekeepers. We cut back to Tolvin as you have entered, been allowed entry into this holding cell. You see that Captain Dugat, she is seated on a bench, while Karvok is seated on he's seated up on one of the bunks. So he's up high. That way he's face level and easier for the puppeteer to move underneath.
Yeah, I mean, they get tired of crouching all the time. Sometimes they just stand up for a scene.
It'd be nice. And then you do see him. Cobran, he's on the NPCs tab starting around row 83. Cobran looks at you. I haven't seen you around here before, he says.
Oh, I'm just a simple janitor, just cleaning up the area here, mopping this floor with is this, oh god, this smells awful. What is this? I mean, with this mop water. Nothing abnormal here. What are you doing in here?
I wouldn't do what Ubero wanted me to do, and he decided to let me stew on it for a bit.
What if I told you I was getting Sarl and Miklo out of here.
I'd say I wouldn't listen to Sarl. Miklo's got a good head on his shoulders. I would wish you the best of luck.
What if I told you this cell wasn't going to stay closed very much longer?
Why wouldn't it?
Oh, you know, these stations out in the middle of nowhere, it's filled with people with explosive personalities.
He glances at Karvok.
Just be ready to run. Dock 3, port H.
Dock 3, port H.
Mopping, 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 mopping.
I think Karvok will go. Is this part of the breakout plan?
Stop saying breakout.
His little eyebrows would wiggle a little bit. He chuckles.
Look, I have some hard news, and I really need you to be just, I know sometimes things get a little much for you, but just try and maybe just breathe with me for a minute. Can you breathe? Just breathe with me. Calm. Do you feel the calmness flowing through you as the universe just... So it's fine that Zifrin and Moss were the ones that sold you out and put you in here.
So there's a moment of shock on Karvok's face, and then you get shoved to the ground. Not by Karvok, unless he's got crazy psychic powers. Oh, wait, maybe he does. But no, it's actually the Luxon. As Captain Durgad had moved over quickly and shoves you to the ground. What are you doing here?
I was just coming to warn you. We have a very good sort of proto-business.
Taking a very long route to warn me about something.
Well, I have to look natural as I'm cleaning. I can't just come straight up to you and, you know, they're going to come get you off me in a minute if you don't. Let me go. Can I just sit up?
Rocks back on her haunches. It looks like she wants to punch you. Karvok is still mulling over the information that you've dropped on him. He's probably gotten more storm. You know.
I don't know what's up with the crew of the Romy. I thought I could believe in them. I thought they were a family I could trust, but they're the ones that turned Karvok here in. And between that and you coming in and trying to claim some bounty on loss, apparently the Peacekeepers have gotten word that your ship is here.
I've heard that. I've heard that already. I have a plan in place. Listen, little Bannock. I could use a good janitor like you on the macabre.
Just help me get out of this dren. Just work with those idiots for the time being. Once we're out of here, I can see the last of them and get with someone who, I don't know, doesn't turn on their own every 5 seconds.
I heard you telling your Hynerian friend that the other two sold him out.
Like I said, not a crew to be trusted.
And then we hear an explosion outside as a fight breaks out between the Peacekeepers and the crew of the Macabre.
There's like dramatic, tense close-up look shots between me and Karnak and the Bannock and Durgad here.
And I
Something
think
from Keva and C's.
I think that's the point where we have to spring into action, because this is the best moment to rescue Karvok. We have the money? Lars, we have the money, right? Cool. Let's go and get him. I will create more distraction and you get him out. Or do I
Um,
do I need to I need to open the doors, right?
You need to go in and get him out. I'll stay out
Okay.
here.
Okay, you warn me when anything goes wrong. Yeah, I have. Do I have the hacking and cracking again? Can I use that again to open the doors?
I think so. Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
before you were just trying to get camera information. This is actually trying to open up the doors. So I think it's hacking and cracking.
Okay, so I will try to sneak in, I guess, because I'm an infiltrator and I'm going to infiltrate now.
Roll with slick.
Oh, sorry, I have to mute
So is this
myself.
something I could help with?
If you want to lean, Laws roll lean on me.
Yeah.
With stalwart, your 0 stat.
Narratively, what I'm doing here is I think I'm trying to make sure that you get in unnoticed. Maybe even helping you lift a key off of a distracted guard or something like that to help you get into the computer system. So I'll roll that with stalwart. And I rolled a 12, which means I choose 2. You have advantage going forward, and then you can also clear a stress.
Wow, yeah, because if you help me, I will totally clear stress. This is you and me, and we're doing something together, and it feels kind of like it's like I should roll before I continue talking, right? I'm rolling with slick, right? So
You are rolling with slick, but
So,
with
yeah.
advantage, right? So 3d6.
yeah, it helped. It helped a lot.
Yeah, because one of those was a 1.
Yeah, but the other 2 are a 6 and a 4, so I'm at 11.
Nice. All right, with a 10 on hacking and cracking, you break in with minimum fuss. Choose one.
I mean, there's a lot of I leave traces. Come on, who cares right now, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
'Cause
I've
they're not
already
ever
left
gonna-
traces in their system. They can totally know that it was us, but hopefully not before we've flown off the station and
sure.
rescued Carva. Okay.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah,
Okay.
good stuff. Perfect. So you open the door opens up. And
Yeah.
You just pop it right open. Door opens up. Tolvin, you see it. All of the people who are inside start heading for the door. This we'll say it's like 8 total individuals in this holding cell.
I'm going to get Carvok because I mean we have to get out of here fast, and that's probably faster if I run because Hynerians aren't runners.
Okay, so Zifrin, are you gonna pick up Carvok?
I will ask before I do that, but I guess if he feel allow me to be his carrier.
Yeah, he says, come here.
Who's that?
That would be Carvok. You're like, I want to pick you
okay,
up.
Okay.
Like, come here.
Yeah, I'm coming here.
Then he punches you in the nose.
Ow.
Yeah, you take 1 harm.
Another
unless you
one.
Want to take it as stress.
Ouch.
Yeah,
I think this one I will take stress. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, it hurts.
Hey.
Smart.
Ow.
You sold me out.
I'm rescuing you. You want to discuss this now or maybe afterward, after we've rescued you?
Later.
Cool.
So Carvok jumps onto Zifrin's back, Yoda style. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I crossed the streams. I'm a bad person. Cobrin is there. Captain Durgat chuckles. Told you I had a plan. Come on, Tolvin.
Aye, Captain.
Cool. So yeah, Durgat. So the way that the order of operations, Cobrin's going to follow you, Tolvin. Durgat thinks that you are following her, and she is going to be coming out of this and going to the security room. She's going to be attacking without any weapons, Seat and Keva, because she wants her Qualta blade.
I'll pass her a pulse pistol.
Oh, that makes it much easier for her. Las, you were there helping out Zifrin, and Zifrin ran in and now has Karvok.
Let's get out of here. I don't want Durgat to remember who shot her.
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm not getting anywhere near Captain Dogat. I mean, you know, she's crazy.
She's a little crazy.
That's bad news.
So she's like, "Where's my Quilta blade?" She has a pulse pistol all of a sudden. Where did she get that?
Who cares? She's not shooting at us. So, yeah, go shoot Peacekeepers. Have fun.
Cool. So Keva and Seat are going to try to stop this prison break. And Durgat is planning on trying to get her Qualta blade, which would be in a secure closet near here. Zifrin has Karvok on their back, and Tolvin is kind of behind Durgat with another Bannock behind them. This is a pretty crazy multi-level, multi-tier combat. The rest of the Macabre are fighting the Peacekeepers just around the corner, while Durgat is going to try to take out Keva and Seat in order to get her Qualta blade from that, a secure closet. So, does anyone want to intervene between Captain Durgat fighting Keva and Seat? All right.
Seems like a good distraction.
Sure. Good. So, Loss, you see as Durgat fires, hits Seat with her pulse pistol. Keva shoots Durgat, hits her, but she fights through it and fires and hits Keva, and then fires on the closet, the secure. I'll just keep calling it a closet, Frel. And then she rips it open and grabs her Qualta blade, and she says, "I'm coming back for you." And points to you, Loss.
Oh, and the whole time Loss is like, "Severin, let's go.
Yeah, Severin is going. Severin is not Severin is not staying around.
Yeah.
They're but they have to dodge some people who are randomly
there's people
pistol shooting,
pushing their way out. There's blasters going everywhere. You guys are like,
I cannot simply stroll out.
Of course not.
That would be boring anyway. And doing a kind of a backflip with a Hynerian on your back. That's kind of hard. So I mean, yeah.
That's kind of uber. I love it.
Yeah, well.
And I think that, just to ramp things up a little bit, I'm like, while Zifrin's coming out, I also, Tovin, let's go.
And I think he'll yell, I'm right behind you.
Yeah, and we'll all head off.
And I want to take a moment here in while Durgat's screaming and attacking and doing all that crazy nonsense over there. Pull out my scanner.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to try and figure out which way the Peacekeepers are coming from.
Ooh, nice. All right. It sounds like you want to scope it out. You get to roll with advantage because you're a scanner.
Nice. Mark that. Boop. Which is good because I don't have any plus. Jesus. That's a 5.
Wow, you roll a snake eyes and a 4.
Yeah, I'm real good at stuff.
Yeah, so you pull out the scanner, you start to try to figure out where things are going, and Durgat grabs you and yanks you along. Come on, they're this way, let's go. And
I was actually thinking it was down. All right, we're going this way now.
Yeah, and this is freaking you out, so I want you to take a stress.
It's all moving very quickly. It's bad. I don't like this. It's a bad plan.
Captain Lastrin, Zifrin, it appears that Captain Durgat, who is wounded, is pulling Tolvin along as if she plans on kidnapping your crewmate.
Oh, damn it. Can he just mindset? No, wait, the guy who can mindset people.
So you guys are, imagine like there's a T, kind of like if this were a T intersection where the detention center is, Durgat's going this way, you guys are going that way, and you glance back and you see that she's got Tolvin by like his Banitor coveralls there and is pulling him along.
No, he's our crewmate. We have to rescue him, and also it seems like fun. But I want to scope this out. I want to know. I want to know where we should go on the station to intercept them, maybe before they get onto their own ship.
That sounds great.
I don't want to shoot her again.
You're very good at scoping things out.
I actually am, but I can still roll very badly. So
you can, but nobody's rolled badly tonight, so you're fine.
Oh, I've rolled a 7. I've got a 9, so that's fine.
A 9, that's good stuff. You get a question.
I get a question. Always wanted to have a question. What's the...
Oh, do you have a move that allows you to layer on top of that? I don't think, but
I don't think so. No, I have a setup, but that's not really.
Yep. Okay.
Master Thief and Lethal Strike is not very helpful. Anyway, so scope it out. Okay. Yeah, I want a useful opportunity. I mean, we have Karvok, but we need to get Tolvin. So I want a useful opportunity, something that I figure that we could use.
Okay, so you want a useful opportunity for what purpose? Like, of course,
to get Tolvin away, get Tolvin away from Durgat.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Okay. Well, loss would be the perfect way to distract Durgat, because it's obvious that Durgat wants something out of loss, but
I kind of know what it is. So
I think that what Loss is going to do is Loss is going to turn to Zifrin and say, "You can't take Karvok near the Peacekeepers. I'll go get Tolvin. It'll be great." And
yeah, but Durgat is after you, you know.
Yeah, but it's Tolvin. We have to make sure.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. Maybe you can take Karvok. No, okay. Don't have time. Durgat is really after you. She will be very distracted if you're near. So.
Right. That's what I plan on.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to run into the fray and try to free Tolvin.
Sweet.
I think I'll park Karvok somewhere and set him down and say, "Hey, look, stay low. You're good at that." Probably creating another storm for him, and then I can't let Lass go off rescuing Tolvin all by her own lonesome, and I will follow her.
This sounds terrible. I love it. All this while, Tolvin's like, "Oh well, I've upgraded crews, but no, they won't let you go, Tolvin. You're too important to them." Sweet. So you come around. You come around the corner and you see that the corridor, like there are sprinklers that are going off. You see there's scoring, like black soot scoring along the sides of the corridor. You see a number of Peacekeeper bodies on the ground. The Xiang turns and looks back and sees Captain Durgat, and he chuckles. Durgat is pulling Tolvin around. You don't see Lieutenant Cresto. She evidently has taken cover. So it appears that the corridor is clear at this very moment for the crew of the Macabre, there are a couple of Tavlex who are further down. Tavlex are these folks that wear these like weird kind of chrome dome metal masks over the top half of their heads, and they have these weird power gauntlets that can fire odd lasers. And there are a pair of them, a male and a female. They also have like these really weird scars, like patchwork scars. Like they're weird looking folks. Humanoid, but very warlike. And so Lost, you run into there. Durgat hasn't seen you yet, but the Xiang has. So if you move up, the Sheik's probably going to call out some kind of warning. He's not going to flame you because he'd get Durgat. It's not easy to aim giant gouts of Xiang flame. What's the plan here, Lodge? She's going to try to run up and yank Tolvin away. Do you want to attack Durgat when she doesn't see you coming?
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in my pouch and I'm going to run up to Ducat, and I'm going to pull out my illegal drugs, which are the eye drops, and I'm going to squirt them in Ducat's eyes.
Holy crap. I think you're opening yourself to danger and exchanging some violence with an enemy.
Yeah.
And let's have you roll a volatile. If I remember correctly, your volatile is your best stat.
That's right. I rolled an 11, so that makes it a 10.
On a 10, exchange harm and choose 3.
Let's see. Can we say that? Okay, so I think impress, dismay, or frighten an enemy makes sense. I think that would be the
squirting Dren into someone's eyes. That's terrifying.
Yeah. And then I'll take less harm, and I'll halt in advance.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So you come up, grab Tolvin. When Durgat turns around because the Xiang called a warning, she is going to slice at you with her Qualta blade at the same time that you squirt the stuff into her eyes. She lets go of Tolvin. You are going to take 2 harm. Are you wearing any armor?
I am. I have a shield, so I discharge that to get
Okay.
-1.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you would only get just a scratch.
Right.
Hold on a sec. Let me look up Qualta blade. I want to make sure I'm doing the right damage for a Qualta blade. Sorry.
Yep.
It
might go through
melee
armor.
Weapon. Melee weapon, 2 harm, skirmish, silent. I'm good. Yeah, so it's 2 harm. And then you have a shield which discharges. And it's kind of like a defense screen that you get. And it powers down. It's one of those discharges. So that saves you from taking the brunt of that. You would have gotten just a scratch, but didn't you choose 1 less harm as well?
So it was 2. Oh, I did. You're right.
So you took evasive action and suffer -1 harm. So you dodge out of the way, and then the defense screen bounces the Qualta blade off. Then she kind of drops down to her Zoc and lets go of Tolvin. And you yank Tolvin away. Tolvin, you've been freed.
I had
You're
it
muted,
taken care
Patrick.
of.
You cut out at the beginning there, Patrick.
Oh, sorry. I said I had it taken care of.
Oh, sorry. We thought that
You guys are being fired on by Tavlex.
Yeah.
You need to act quick if you want to get out of this corridor.
Okay.
She's down, then there's no one to distract the Peacekeepers. Give me just a second. And I run back a couple of feet, and I grab Durgat where she's, I don't know, blissing out on the ground, and sort of turn her towards me and just rip off my mask.
Oh, nice. We see the cool kind of weird spacey nimbus.
Golden energy stuff.
Yes.
And And I want to try out Flesh Knitter.
Hot.
When you focus your mind on a living thing's injuries or illness, discharge and roll.
Oh, you're rolling with alien. You're fine.
Oh yeah, sure, it'll be great.
Roll Snake Eyes again.
That's a
Oh,
9.
that's pretty good. All right. On a 7 to 9, you heal them, but it drains you. You have disadvantage on your next roll. Tabloids. Somebody did tabloids again. That's great. Sorry. Oh, the entire crew got pissed at Crichton for that. Lex. Okay. Sorry. Back to this game. She's blissed out. And then you heal her of that drug trip. And she blinks for a second, and we see the color return to her eyes.
Well, and also the, damage and wounds she'd taken and shit.
Yeah, because she'd gotten hurt pretty bad earlier and then hurt again. So you heal her up, and she looks at you and sees the golden, like when she looks at you, we see the cool golden nimbus reflected in her eyes. She says, "Thank you."
Sorry, Captain. Not this time, but maybe next time. And good luck with Peacekeepers. Run.
Nice. Now, I think, Las, you need to act quick here to
Nice. Okay.
get out of this corridor.
Can I try to support her? Because
You
I'm still
should.
close by, and I can
Absolutely.
maybe fire a few shots from my pulse pistol just to distract people. I guess
That sounds great. Why don't you go
Yeah.
ahead and lean on them, support a crew member's efforts.
I've rolled a 7. Ooh, you can roll with advantage.
Thank you.
Yeah, violence is kind of Siffrin's thing.
So that was a 9, and this is act quick, which is slick.
Mhm.
Oh, so that's an 11.
Oh, nice. On 10 plus, you're graceful, swift, or acrobatic, and you do it. That's it. You just do it. The most boring of all options is the 10 plus sometimes. But congratulations. You can still feel good. Sorry.
That was actually just barely, because without
the advantage.
Everyone's help, it would have been awful. Yeah.
Sweet. I think we got to see if Tolvin gets out of here without getting hit by stray bolts from the Tavlek gauntlets.
If I may,
Yeah.
as I go by Captain Dolcott and I see that Tolvin has healed her, I'm like, we're even now, right? And then I run on down.
Can I provide some cover for Tolvin as well?
Sure.
Try
Go
to
for
at
it.
least. Yeah, because I mean, come on, shooting Tefloids is really a good idea. Yeah, I've got an 8. So
Sweet.
you roll with advantage.
Sweet.
And
We'll
they're
say you
called
hit one of the
Tefloids, of course.
Tavleks just so we have some cool kind of back and forth going on. There are Tavlek, like the weird energy things that are flying past your head, Zivrin, and you give advantage to Tolvin. So Tolvin, let's see you act quick. Get out of here.
It's an 8.
Good thing you roll with advantage there. Does it
Yes.
look like a 5?
It's not a 5 though. It's an 8.
Well, it just looked like a 5. It was an illusion. Awesome. With a 7 to 9 on act quick, you choose one. You're off balance or rush. You have oh wait, didn't you have disadvantage on this roll?
I did.
So just go ahead and just re-roll. Just roll 2 dice. Sorry.
I forgot about that. Those top 2 dice have it in for me.
They do. You need to throw those dice out, man. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So you take off at a full run. Zifrin is giving you cover, and then because Dugat is down on the floor, she's just been healed. The Xiang steps forward and lets out. Whoa, just breathes.
crap.
and you're the last one because you stopped to heal Durgat, and you actually hear Durgat yell like, "No!" She doesn't want you to
Space
get burned to a
garbage man
crisp.
fire vomit.
Oh yeah, but he loves it. This particular Xiang really enjoys burning things. I like to burn things. So, friend, here's the deal. His flames are pretty tenacious. They are a total. It's like a mystic weapon in a way. It is 3 harm.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it does not ignore shields, but it does ignore armor. Luckily for you, you don't have armor.
And also, luckily for me, I left my shields at home. Oh wait, that's the bad
Oh
one.
yeah. Do you want to move all of that to stress? You can. You take
Yeah,
no
why
harm
not?
whatsoever. I mean, why not? You just get a calamity out of it.
Worst thing
Calamities
could
are
happen.
Good things. What's
Calamity
the worst
sounds
thing?
fun.
Sweet. So a calamity happens. Let's pause for a moment. I want you to. Are there any that you had your eye on?
Yeah, but let me see if any of them make sense.
Discovering ancient teachings or records of your order, new psychic abilities.
I would just be mean to Zifrin. I get more psychic abilities before she can take everything. I don't know. Is there some way this could lead into you discover ancient teachings or records of your order?
I mean, you just captured a bunch of Bannocs? Or freed? I'm sorry, freed them.
Now they're all mine.
Gotta get them all. No, you just freed a number of Bannocs. Maybe they have
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'll go with that. See,
All
it's a
right.
happy calamity.
That's awesome. That's usually 2 or 3. Guys shouldn't be afraid of calamities. They're wonderful. They're like your exit ramp for your character too. But that's a while from now. We're only playing 4 sessions, so calamitize. Yeah, it's you narrowly escape. Like you run just ahead of the flames, and when you turn around the corner, they're still following you somewhat, but the main thrust of it continues down the corridor, and then very quick fire suppressant water comes down, and you guys are running drenched in water, followed by your new Bannoc friend.
We'll make sure to pick up Carvok along the way.
Yeah, he kind of holds his hands out.
Carry.
Okay. Why am I
I'm
always
sorry.
the one who's carrying stuff? First the Kidwan, or now Carvok? Okay.
I know, you're like a beast of burden or something, a Nabaria burden.
I'm not very happy about that.
So, I assume you guys are headed to the Romy? Nice. Cool. So you head to the Romy. You get on board. The other 2 Bannocs are there waiting because why would they gotten involved in this mess? You now have 3 free Bannoc slaves, total of 4 if you think about it. And you can fire up the Romy and start to get off of the Commerce Station number 2. As you do, you are hailed by a Peacekeeper marauder.
Yes.
Crew of the Romy, this is Lieutenant Cresto. You have someone, a Hynerian by the name of Carvok. You will turn him over to me or I will blast you out of space.
Carvok's in the brig. I don't know what you're talking about. We just have 3 Bannocs.
Ooh. Will she buy that lie? I think that might be a con. Is anyone going to back her up? Tolvin, perhaps?
No, I'm not gonna back her up 30 seconds out later after we got back together to sell out my people again.
I will back her up because I will just try to fake the life signs on board of our ship. I mean,
Trying to mask Karvok.
yeah, trying to
good
mask
idea.
Karvok. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just kind of jam or cause some confusion. I don't know if I mean, we ran and this is an entirely new scene, right?
It is a new scene, yes.
So I can hack and crack again. I will just do this as part of the Star Wars move, though, where I'm just trying to give. Oh wow, I've got an 11. So yay, that was. Oh, you can clear a stress as well.
Nice.
Fantastic. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a con. So I'm going to roll. And I rolled an 8 plus 2 is a 10.
Nice. Your deception is masterful. Hold 2.
And something small escapes their notice. I think that might be Karvok. And
sorry.
Suspicion or blame is shifted away from me. I think that maybe, if you don't mind, maybe Zifrin actually was able to reroute the life sign so it appeared back in the brig.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah,
that sounds great. Yeah, awesome. Cool.
Somewhere on the station, maybe near the place where Hubero was. That's even better, I think.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Lieutenant Cresto says, very well, Captain. Thank you for your assistance. By the way, I should inform you, you do not have a transponder code. You should be very careful if you ever land or dock at another station.
We were actually trying to get that repaired, but then this fight broke out with, like, have you seen the Luxons down there? That it's very scary.
And she doesn't reply to that when you just see the Marauder kind of bank and start to head back to the Comer Station 2. And yeah, I'm really curious what you guys do now. I think Karvok's tired, has this certain, like, you'd be seeing a PC tiredness. So any conversations you have with him should probably be held with next week.
Really? Frelling, really? No, we don't have any Hynerians, just this hold full of escaped Bannocs?
Did I say escaped Bannocs?
No,
I'm pretty sure you said escaped Bannoc slaves and gave their names.
Oh, okay. Well, all I meant was that we didn't have Karvok because that's all they were looking for, and I had to explain that we had more people on board. I didn't mean anything offensive.
Also, they're now thinking that Hubero is the one who has Karvok. So he's kind of in a spot of trouble and won't be any problem for his former employees.
I mean, we're all just trying to get along here. I mean, look, you have more than enough money. I think you can actually spend part of your cut on your new friends.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not really allowed to own money that, until now.
Would you stop saying that? They're normal people and they're allowed to own whatever they want.
Well, now, but I mean, before, I don't think anyone let them.
Oh.
No, but that's not the point. Yes, we freed some, but what was all that?
Well, that was a mess. That's what that was.
It was a lot of fun. That's what that was. And it was very profitable. I mean, we have money. We have freed some people who shouldn't have been slaves to begin with. I mean, you look a bit singed, but okay. I mean,
yeah, I feel fine. I'm just glad I'm not the one that got turned into the Peacekeepers.
Okay, we should have a talk about this. We were in the bar. There was a transmission that came through, and the whole bar heard about this. Karvok was there. Everybody was going to turn him in. There wasn't a single person who wasn't going to do it. It might as well have been us. We would have broke him out anyway. I mean, all of this stuff would have happened except we would have been poor.
Well, anything could have gone wrong in there.
But it didn't, because we're good at this thing that we do.
Well, yeah, but Karvek may have exploded a whole room full of people.
But he didn't.
He can do that next time. It's fine.
No, that's not. It's not what I'm going for here. God, people are impossible. Storms off. I have to go find bunks, and sheets. I think there's a box of pillows somewhere.
He seems kind of upset.
I'm not going to comfort him. I mean,
No.
you're more than welcome to.
Oh, no, I don't think he likes me.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
He'll get over it. He's got new friends. It'll be fine.
yeah, probably. And it was fun, wasn't it? I mean, come on. That was that whole thing with the fire breathing. What are they called? Xiang. That was, I mean, okay, he got singed, but that was still amazing.
I just wish that, we could have, two birds with one stone, gotten rid of, Captain Durkot at the same time. I mean, it's not good that she's still on our trail, but she's going to be even more angry this time.
Yeah, I don't even.
Tolman.
I mean, don't get why Tolman healed her. I mean, on one hand, he's angry that we sold out Karvok, and at the other, he's healing the person who wants to eviscerate you. So I don't know.
I think he's just being nice.
Yeah, probably.
We'll teach him.
To not be nice. Yeah.
Well, to be nice to the right people, and I mean, but we do what we can.
Okay. Yeah, you do the right people thing, and I do the not nice thing.
That's why we make good teamwork.
Yeah. Make a pretty good team.
Ooh, a pretty good team, Zifrin says. Is there anything Zifrin wants to add to that?
Yes, Zifrin wants to add a lot, but they are staring around and they're clearly expecting something, or wanting to say something, but they don't.
This long silence that just sits there in the room.
And then they say, "Oh, I think there is a weird noise in the engines. I go check."
And it's awkward. That is the hook.
Yeah, that's the hook.
Tolvin, I think you should maybe you have a scene with Cobra and Sarl and Miklo.
I was thinking actually maybe I would run across Zifrin later on.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. So we'll you run across Zifrin after you've had a conversation with your freed Bannock brothers. Cobrin very much wants to free Voody, or at least Voody's son. Sarl is super happy to be free and has no opinions other than, no, I don't think we should go right back into that. And Miklo, you think Miklo is hardcore into what Tolvin wants to do? Yep. He's quite taken by you. You are a near religious figure to him now because you freed him. So yeah, you've got all that going on. When you come out and see Zifrin, they are headed back to check on the engine core.
Look, hey, I've just wanted to say I'm sorry about earlier. It was stressful and losses. God, she's impossible.
Isn't she? I wish I knew how to talk to her. I mean, I totally blew it on the bridge. I was saying, we make a good team. And then she was staring at the screen. And I didn't know what to say then. I want to say something, but I don't know what. And now I'm checking on the stupid engine, which isn't making any weird noise at all.
Okay, so I'm not saying that whole situation wasn't weird to walk into, but I mean, look, maybe it might be good for the ship. I mean, if she's not just sleeping with every random person with a grudge against us in the galaxy, then maybe our trips would go smoother.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm totally for Lars not sleeping with every random person. But you know, maybe you not healing every person who's after us and wants to kind of kill one of us. That might also help.
It's called diplomacy. Now she owes me. That can be translated into owing us. And at the very least, I'm sure she was a problem for the Peacekeepers for a while.
That's true. That's true. But I don't think she will let go of this thing.
You have to give people a chance to change. I mean, she may not be quite as evil as you think she is.
I don't think she's evil. I think she's pissed.
Okay, you may be accurate there. She may be quite pissed. That's, yeah. But see, less so, because I saved her life after horribly endangering it several times.
Don't phrase it like that.
I'm still working on the approach.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, you know, maybe you should go after this thing with laws.
I don't know how. I'm not. I wasn't trained.
Well, I mean, there's mostly just being you and doing the whole Nabari thing with the hips.
I'm very bad at doing the Nabari thing. If I was good at doing the Nabari thing, I would still be on Nabari.
Well, I mean, you're not awful at doing the Nabari thing.
Oh yeah, I am. I am.
I'm sorry. No. Look, I wasn't looking at your hips. I was just talking about laws.
Yeah. What about my hips and Lars?
Oh God, this is possible. I'm just saying, like, maybe go
Should
take
I
her a
try?
drink or something.
Okay. So I should try to seduce her, like these other people have tried to. Oh gosh, I'm not good.
Well, did try less with the talking, more with the drinking. It makes things easier. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Less talking. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Yeah. Thanks, Talon. That was really helpful.
Yeah. Sure. Oh yeah. No, you just seemed in pain, and I wanna see you happy.
I'm not really in pain. I'm pretty happy to be here with all you. It's better than at home.
I feel that one.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go and take something to drink to Lars, and I imagine it should be something intoxicating.
Good. Yeah. Good. No. Yeah. I think after Zifrin leaves, there's just this like infinite frustration sigh, hand over the face, and just like flop back.
So, just to kind of put this out there is a downtime move in Special and Commerce. I definitely want to have the Zifrin brings lots of drink conversation, but just to put this bug in your ear, you spend time relaxing after a contract or cooped up in your ship while traveling between stars. You describe how you spend your downtime, show a short scene or vignette related to it. You can work on a personal project, confront a crew member with a grievance or disagreement. You may each write a hook related to that, spend time getting closer to a crew member, and you may each choose to heal one stress or have advantage going forward. Those are your options with downtime. It's a pretty cool little move. So this could be folded into this particular downtime scene if you so wished, but also we can make it nice and fraught, terrible as well.
I could see this being confronting a crew member with a grievance or disagreement.
It certainly could. So do you want to write a hook about confronting Zifrin about their choices?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to write a hook. I have a perfect hook. I will exchange my. I'm jealous of his psychic powers. I'm just jealous of his wisdom and worldliness.
I'm gonna say Zifrin might just be the calming influence our captain needs, which is just so wrong on so many levels.
Cool. Let's pick up with Zifrin bringing a drink to Lost later as you guys are in downtime, and this will be fun.
Got to cough for a moment.
Oh, yeah, no, take cough away.
So I think I'm actually, so Laws is actually on the bridge, like just kind of kicked back, with already has a drink in her hand, and is kind of, doing the lazy captain thing, like there's nothing here to do, but every once in a while I'll poke at a button or something. And then I think I finished the drink, and I kind of set it down on the counter and lean back whenever Zifrin comes in. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Sifrin comes in and says, "Hey, you want to be alone or you want some company?"
We can. You come on and join me. That sounds fine.
Yeah, I brought drinks.
Oh, well, I just finished mine. That sounds great.
And Sifrin sets down the drinks and kind of cheers.
And clink,
Mhm.
Prost, have a sip. Oh, this is good and strong.
Yeah, well, thought after the whole excitement might be nice.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's yeah, but I didn't actually. I was remiss. I should have gone and seen to the rest of the crew.
They're all fine. They're all fine. Karvak needs some time to chill, and Tolman is busy with his cult.
It's so good of you to have checked on them and have taken care of them the way that you did. What would we do without you?
Um, yeah. Take another drink.
Yep.
Cheers.
And I was just like, yeah, we're gonna have to pay for that later. Especially that Peacekeeper now has our name, and she wasn't happy with us, and she's gonna figure out real quick that where Karvok is. So we're gonna, we're all gonna be associated with him, and I'm just gonna take a big swig from the drink and say, but that's for tomorrow. Everything will be fine. We'll figure it out. I'm not
I'm
sure
sorry.
where. No,
Sorry you had to miss your date with this Kiva guy.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, it wasn't. It was prudent at the moment, but life is full of changes. And then I, clink again and drink more.
Yeah, and Sifrin is kind of. I mean, it's pretty clear that they're waiting. They're not the biggest talker, but the way they look at you, that should be pretty clear that they wouldn't mind if. And I think that's after a few drinks more, they will explain to you that if you want to have a date with somebody else besides Kiva, I mean, Sifrin was right there, right? Just as a suggestion.
Yeah, and I think what we see on screen is the drinks, and then they pile up, and Las gets quite intoxicated, and then we see kind of the door close as we go into my quarters, and the lights kind of turn out. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Good stuff. Now, from a downtime perspective, what do you guys imagine you've done? Have you written a hook, or did you spend time getting close to each other and heal some stress or have advantage going forward?
So I have to ask Sabine, are you still having fun with the awkward tag?
I don't know. I mean, we can go somewhere else with that if you want.
I could rewrite that tag, or I could clear stress, either one.
You can clear stress, and then post game you can rewrite the tag as well, right? If you want, since we're near end game, that way you can still get that mechanical advantage if you feel like that's going to lead to the way you rewrite your hook. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. It just depends on. I'm not sure how you want me. How we should lean into this. I mean, now it makes sense that. Oh, what if I slept with? How about if we change this to I slept with Zimvrin, and now she's jealous.
Oh yeah, but they're jealous. But absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Zimvrin was jealous the whole time you were flirting with other people.
Yeah.
But now you know, and that's what makes it weird.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
Cool.
Okay, I will clear some stress, and later on, I think I will maybe rewrite my last hook a little to reflect that I really like Les, and I'm jealous that she won't be exclusive or something like that. I mean, not that I've asked her to be exclusive or anything, but
Interesting. I'm sure that'll go well.
Yeah, sure. I mean, went well this time.
Cool. Feels like, even though it's a little bit on the early side, it feels like we may be near the end of episode, but I wanted to check in. Does anyone have particular scenes that they wanted? Or shall we just go ahead and wrap it up here? What we'll do at next session is have you guys on a new smuggling job. So if there are no scenes, I'd like to go ahead and figure out how you guys are going to get your next job. Connected is a role where you reach out to someone related to your background in your local area for information or a favor, and that's where you can get stuff, which could also be a job.
I still need to have my doctor's appointment.
I know, but you left. I mean, you want to turn back around and go, you can.
No.
Probably not a good call.
Probably not a good call, right? Damn.
It was easy too. But if you want to pick up at a new place, heading towards that sounds cool. How about, just because I like it, you guys end up on Dambada. Dambada is this planet that used to be a rich mining planet in the Uncharted Territories, but now it's almost completely covered with desert wastes. There are just the occasional mountain ranges that break up the monotony of all the sand. Dambada is the planet where Furlough was located, where we first meet the Vorkarians. It's the desert place that has those weird sun pulses, so you have to wear the special goggles, otherwise you'll get sun blindness. So I kind of like to pick up with you guys at near a village on Dambada, trying to pick up work. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Frollo's dead, unfortunately. She crossed the wrong people. But it's I think I would very much like to visit that place in our fourth and final session. That's where we'll pick things up. Do you want to go ahead, Captain, and go ahead and roll the disposition of the dominant group in the area? We will say that the dominant group in the area are not Scarrans. Oh crap! What was the What's the species that works with the Scarrans? Oh, I feel so dumb. They had. We will say Charids. There we go. The Charids are grunt soldiers that serve as advanced scouts or parties or raiders for the Scarran Empire. And yeah, there are some Charids. I don't have a very big picture of them, so I'm not really going to screen share, but I will share a link for you guys to glance at. So you're going to have to either try to get a job with the Charids, which their disposition is a -1, or if you wanted to use your criminal contacts, try to use your villainy, then you can go ahead and roll with advantage.
Yeah, I think, I need to know a person here, and it might be on the non-legal side, but that makes sense. I mean, we are looking for jobs, and we do have that special hidden area, so let's do that. So I'm rolling. What is this?
You're supposed to roll with the disposition.
Okay.
Do you feel that Loss has been to Dambada before, or is this her first time?
A long time ago. So I think whenever we came and landed here, I thought that the person was still in charge, who's now dead.
Ha! Cool.
So I was expecting to just walk in and say, "Hey, let's have a job." Oh, wait, no, I had to pull out other people, and that's why the disposition's like a -1.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll roll. See what I get? Oh, I rolled a 2, 2, 3. So that's a total of 4.
That's not a good roll per usual for this place. On a 6-, either you can't find anyone, or the SM chooses one, and the person you find is probably going to throw you over the first chance you get. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my shelf, and we'll open with that. That sounds fun. Sounds good. A fail on getting your job, and we'll just do the normal Farscape and Medias Res for next session. Cool. So let's do our end of session stuff. We do cliffhanger. When you reach the end of an episode, go through the following. Each player takes turn reading their 3 hooks. If the table agrees that at least one of the player's hooks impacted events or the character, the player marks XP. The player then removes any hooks they feel are no longer relevant and writes new hooks inspired either by recent events or their original hooks lists from their character creation. So let's go through and start with Tolvin.
All right, so my hooks were Lost can't keep it in their pants and it's going to cause problems, which, yeah, definitely came up stronger this time than last, I think. I can't let Zifrin know how much they intimidate me. Tried to play that a little bit, but I think I'm moving to the point where I want to change that before next session. My order is hunted by the Peacekeepers for our beliefs. I must stay incognito. Again, a little bit there. And then the new one, Zifrin, might just be the calming influence the Captain Lost needs. Definitely true. Truest one I have.
So true.
Easy. Solved all my problems.
Great. And then let's go with Loss. Please read us your hooks.
Tolvin isn't the leader anymore. I don't have to take their orders. And then I slept with Zifrin, and now it's awkward, of course. And then I also have I stole from the Macabre, a Luxon Predator crew, and now they're after me. So yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay, cool. Zifrin, Sabine.
Yeah, I'm very jealous of Tolvin's psychic abilities. It didn't play a large role. Lastron is important to me, but I don't know what to do with that fact. I mean, I figured out after talking to Tom what to do about that fact, but that I think that played a bit of a role. And now to adrenaline, I take risks just for the thrill of it. I mean, I just shot this Luxon because I wanted to see what would happen. And I absolutely reveled in the whole chaos.
Cool. All right. Did you complete a mission or a contract? You did finish a contract. I mean, the contract was make some money by getting Karvok arrested and freeing him. You did exactly that thing.
I mean, it was a heist more than a contract, but I think it should count.
Sure. That's a good point. It is more of a heist than a contract, but you did get paid. And we should probably also think about Hey Big Spender for you guys, because that's always fun. So you remind me, and we'll start off with Hey Big Spender, and Karvok gets a share because he was the bait, the unwitting bait. And then we will jump into your contract where you're going to get screwed over. Did you learn something new and important about the universe?
So for me, I think the part that counted for that was Tolvin healing Captain Dolgren, because, well, that's new. And I'm not sure how much I've seen Tolvin without his mask. So,
I mean,
Yeah.
if we've been in most of a season together, it's probably happened at least once, but just in a very dramatic situation. And no, it's not something he seems comfortable with.
okay.
Nice. Cool. All right. Did you make a new enemy or thwart an existing enemy? Absolutely. Thwart
Nothing
existing.
but.
Was there a big moment that hinged on a crucial role?
I don't think so. Not really.
I felt like getting away from the Peacekeeper fight stuff going on hinged on a crucial role, and I would have died if Zivrin hadn't helped me. And I think it was real close with Tolvin as well.
All right. Sounds good. That is yeses on all four. That's 4 XP. Holy crap. This game is so many advances. That's pretty great, guys. You guys are good with advancing.
Because we roll so poorly.
Yeah. It's like you get 3 to 4 at the end of every session. During the session, you get 3 to 4. Pretty great. Good. So that, if you have any advances to take, feel free to look through the stuff, or you can do that between sessions. And let's go ahead and bring this to a close with our normal post-game feedback of 2 stars and a wish. It's easier with 2 stars than only 3 people. I almost should probably say 1 star, but I'm going to stick with my 2 stars and a wish. 2 stars. Stars are for positive feedback to your fellow players, talking about particular moments that you quite enjoyed. And then wish for our 4th session. I want to make sure that we hit all of the things that we possibly can in a coherent story that would tickle and delight you folks. So in that wish, let me know what wish or wishes you may have. Start off with Sabine. 2 stars and a wish.
Okay, my first star would go to the whole scene where everything came together, like everybody who had a stake in the whole situation just crashed into each other, and that was just such lovely chaos. I really liked it. That's my star. That goes to, of course, it's a shared star. So, and my other star would go to the scene where I talked to Tolvin about my feelings for Lass, because that was also very lovely. That's my stars. My wish, I mean, I have this Master Thief thing, and I don't really need more XP, but I still would like to steal something, because, I mean, come on, it's kind of nice. Stealing things. I mean, it's not nice, of course, it's a bad, terrible thing, but for a story, just saying. I think otherwise I'm very glad, very happy, and I really love this crew, and I can't wait to see what kind of shenanigans we'll get up to next time.
Great. Thanks, Sabine. Steven, 2 stars and a wish.
I'll start with wish. I kind of wish that Carvok could have been here for this session because, you know, they wanted to see the Peacekeeper captain, and I'm kind of I still hope that something happens so that they can get what they want. So, stars. This whole session was so good with it felt like a TV show. It felt like, you know, something that made a lot of sense. As you know, even though we rolled poorly and then we rolled well whenever we needed to, and the story came out so well. I especially, like I said before, I especially, you know, felt like it was very crucial the way that Sabine was helping everyone along and making sure
Hold
that
on,
we
hold
all
on. Helping.
true, yeah, but basically making sure, like, almost being the mother that goes out and kills to protect her child or something like that. Because boy, if Zifrin hadn't pulled our bacon out of the fire, it would have been bad, literally out of the fire. Yeah. And I have to admit, you know, I really enjoyed, you know, the Tolvin kind of going in a different direction. And it was like, oh, what's going on here? Oh, let's make sure that everybody's still happy. And I think someone said in the chat, you know, you can't leave the family without a shouting match or something like that. We at least have to shout at each other first. I'm like, well, that's perfect. That's so good. Yeah.
That was really good. Nice. Thank you, Steve. Patrick, bring us home. 2 stars and a wish. No, you only get 1 star. No, okay.
Ow!
You can take it 2 stars. It's fine.
My stars downgraded. I will sort of echo one of Sabine's stars, which is, you know, at least half for you, Rich, but also just for the whole table of it was it was amazing the way that like all these different story threads managed to come together, and we got like all these named characters on screen in like one long running battle sort of thing. It was very cinematic and just very like it is a very Farscape solution to find yourself in a hole and figure that you can get out of it by keep digging. And then I think my other star would be for Las, because even though we didn't interact directly a lot this time, I just part of the beauty of the story was having like Loss on one side manipulating and trying to move everything around to our advantage, and like Tolvin on the other blind to what she's doing and also trying to manipulate everything, and then it all just exploded in a beautiful way. Wish, I don't know, not specific, just Farscape is really good at having those like super weird magitech things that are like from the advanced technology of the past or the weird magic of the future or what the hell ever. And it would just be, it would be neat to see one of those just wildly out there, strange sort of artifact Farscape things here at the culmination.
It would be. That is very tempting. And then you steal it.
Let's steal it.
Oh, this is great. Thank you guys so much. I've really enjoyed this. I agree that I wish Andrew was here, and I'm sure that in his heart he wishes he was able to be in 2 places at once. Can't wait to bring this to a close. Thank you all. I've wanted to run a Farscape game for years, and it's so nice to actually pull it off and have such a good time. So I'll bring this recording to a close. Thank you all. Have a good evening.